3 nights complete now in Atlantic City. This first wing of the tour, boom, out of here. And we have, early on in tour, they were feeding us the jams, with the Simple, the Tweezer, Chalk Dust, gin. There were several of them right there. Not necessarily the case here and there, here at the tail end of this wing. But what we did get is another first set with mostly 1.0 songs. We got some beach references over here throughout the run, and we got a Landlady opener right there. I was calling it About the Run opener all day. Even did a pick. Well, never mind. Who cares about all that? Who cares about all that? All right, so we got the Landlady opener right there. That fit right in. Should have been. Once they played it, it's like, oh yeah, duh. And Landlady lately had been a good sign. Not that they played all the time, but its last several appearances led to good things. And this was a good Sense and Subtle Sounds. Look at that. Not finishing Sense and Subtle Sounds necessarily, but kind of finishing Sense and Subtle Sounds. We get that out of the way right there, and then into Moma Dance right there in its home right there in the first set as we come. And then the Casbah song with a bit of a jam right there. Final Hurrah. All right, look at that, the Sharpie coming through with a big fat check for kind of Final Hurrah. We got a Strawberry 23 tease here in the Mike song. All right, then we're getting happy right here for a Mike's groove, an original Mike's groove with the hydro right in there. Mike's again, probably coming stronger than the week of Paug. Maybe it was just that tease. I'm a bit of a chomper sometimes when you get a nice tease like that in there. And perhaps so they could just say the Jersey Mikes. And then we get down here to the Sloth making its first appearance. We've had some three-peats, like I was saying last night. And then, boom, we get a Landlady and a Sloth right here in the first set. Roggae, a really strong Roggae. But, Roggae back on the train. Some of them songs, man, these jams, just not quite the same. Not that they're bad. Different doesn't necessarily mean bad. And we get on the back on the train, rocking. A lot of rocking, a lot of flaming Trey throughout the night right here. Back on the train, no different than then, boom, for an extra long first set. You enjoy myself with a vocal jam. The first set seemed like it was nearly 90 minutes. So it seemed like Back on the Train would have been a quality set closer right there, and then when we get into the YEM, we get a quality landing on Trey, probably a 7.5 on the trampoline landing. Paige really doing some nice work while the boys are jumping the boys. And you can say the boys if you're only talking about two of them, all right? I can get away with that. I was only talking about Mike and Trey there. I wasn't referring to the band as the boys, all right? Don't get me. No points lost for that one. All right, so you enjoy myself. That's a quality. That's a 10. That's a 10 set closer. All right, then we go over here. Carini starting out the second set, and like as I was alluding to there at the beginning, a nice good jam there in Carini, but not the big monster. Like we were getting. They were feeding us there early on. So we get a solid Carini. Set Your Soul Free. All right, Set Your Soul Free had a bit of a Carini tease, and it had kind of a little bit of a twisted dark jam there, and then Beneath the Sea of Stars, it's like, look out, here we go. But, it could be a dud, or it could, there was a time or two they played it where, they've only played it a few times, but one of the times they played it, it had like a really nice, spacey, cool jam. Tonight, not necessarily, didn't really quite get there. Though Piper might pull us out of this jamless abyss that we're in here, and then it does not. It's cool, of course, it rocks, and we get a nice little step back into Carini after the rock and Piper. Piper took a little bit of a different turn there for a minute. I thought maybe we were going to go, but that turn really, all that turn was just looking for the exit. Then we get Waves, of course, Waves at some point had to come there on the beach. Simple, the Simple felt like kind of felt like a first set Simple over here, It was a good, nice Simple. We got spoiled with that last one, but definitely stayed within the park of Simple. And then About to Run, my favorite goes to the Forest song. Trey not done quite rocking out, About to Run, not the set closer, extending the set a little bit again with a nice rocking out first tube. So they sure done had in things, People were fired up, if they had calmed down a little bit for Waves and Simple, not that they were disliking it, but you can see, the dancing had come down to full-on stone dancing, and then these two, boom, Fluffhead, woo, thought that was going to be the encore. They hit us with the number line. As I was saying there, boy, they know how to end it. Boy, I was really thinking, damn, they know how to end it. End in the first wing of the tour, into night 3 in Atlantic City with a Fluffhead, but now then they sneak in a number line. Yeah, it's all right. A bit of a yo-yo. throughout. This was cool starting out, and then the Sea of Stars, kind of, a little bit of a drop there. Piper, like, ooh, what's going on here? And then Piper, Waves, Simple, all right, all cool, all cool together, if you put that together, nice little jam fest there, but About to Run it, jams out the window, we're here to rock. Trey, after all, got me an electric guitar. I'm gonna drop some panties. That's not what Trey thinks. I'm gonna put that on Trey. All right, guys. Boom. Thanks for watching this wing. We hope to see you soon. I'll probably check in, maybe give some overall thoughts here. We got a little bit of a break. Talk a little Phish, and all right, man. If you've been watching, just give us a thumbs up, and I will see you soon. No, I won't. That's not what I meant. Man, what a horrible... Everything's were going so great, and then just this... What happened, man? Boom, let's get out of here. Thanks.